I believe I can breathe.
Hello, and welcome to this week's...
What does the fox say? You are one pathetic loser.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
Yeah, that works.
I like
all right,
it.
okay. All right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tulip?
And now for something completely different.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I've been looking forward to this.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view right. Anything you want to do, hey, wanna change the world. There's nothing to it.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the world's wokest warrior, primitive-sided, toxic fanboy aligned with the like-minded ToneDef rocking with you. We're going in raw here at the place to be reviews, and yes, you may notice Etep this tonight. I consider this, if this is going in raw usually, then I consider tonight like the Thursday Raw Thursday of the series. So thank you for joining us. Maybe Etep will stop by the chat later, say what's up. Until then, we have a great show for you tonight. First off, let me shout out everybody in the chat so far. Keely Chow, Godzillionaire, Judas Goat Barbecue. Who else do we have here? Brutal Morningwood, the best name on the internet. Comic Skater. It's good to see everybody. Thank you for joining us on this Monday evening. And yeah, let's kick it off. Go around the panel, introduce everybody. First, we have, I don't know his official title for you, Chris, so we're just going to say the Chief Diversity Officer.
Yeah, I'm in charge of shaking down all companies. I don't feel represented. It's great to be here. I'm hoping Etep's enjoyed his night off while we desecrate his hallowed grounds here.
Yes. Yeah. I talked to him a little while ago. He sounded like he was having fun. Etep is at a water park.
Yeah, he's at the kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Soaking in that other people's piss.
And that other voice you hear in the background, he is the vampire of all fandoms. Mr. AngelousDraven, how are you?
I am doing good. Should be a good show as always. We send well wishes to Etep as he jumps in the kiddie pool and what is it? Biden has the kids touches
the hair on his legs,
the hair on his legs or whatever. Yeah.
Oh man, Etep was a bad dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Etep had any hair, it would definitely turn blonde in that kiddie pool. So, Hail Nano Reaper, how are you doing tonight, bro? So yeah. it's gonna just kind of be the normal show, just without all the personality. Yeah, we're gonna go through the box office breakdown, Marvel Monday, all that good stuff. So again, thank you all for joining us, and let's talk about this water park real quick, because number one, I don't think Etep's made it any secret. He's in Michigan, and it's still cold in those parts, and they decided to go to a water park. And meanwhile, out here, sure, maybe it's indoor or something. I don't know the whole gist. I'm sure it's
Probably
heated
indoor.
at the very least. Out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's already like 80 something degrees, and it's only March. That sucks. It's warming up early this year, and our water parks aren't open yet, so I'm a little jealous.
Yeah. How is it Michigan? They're already open. That must be like an airplane hangar or something he's in.
Yeah.
I know Ohio, we have one too called Kalahari Resorts. It's like an indoor water park kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
And they have like a wading pool and like water slides and stuff, you know.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
What's up, Vinnie?
Vinnie?
How we doing? Yeah, sorry, I was a little bit late. I had a phone call, and as I'm on the phone, I'm like, "Where's the link? Where's the link?" I had to hit refresh on this stupid Twitter nonsense to get the link.
Oh, Twitter!
Yep. Yeah, my Twitter has been like, and if anyone DMs me, it's like I can't see it. I'll try to click on my inbox, and it just keeps loading on my phone. So, and I'm
Shit.
yeah,
uninstall and reinstall on your phone, and it'll fix it because I was having that issue too.
okay.
I was gonna say just take it and throw it out the window.
I do that too. Like, I couldn't get any of my DMs on my phone, so like, but if a notification popped up and I clicked on the notification, it would bring me to the DM. But then every time I was in the app and clicked on the little envelope thing at the bottom where your DMs are, it would just endlessly load. It's like, what the hell?
Wow. Wow. They're putting more resources to
And then
kick people off for saying bad things.
And I was looking at reviews and stuff, and everybody is complaining about it. But nothing is getting done about it.
Here's my problem. If I uninstall Twitter, I don't think I'm going to reinstall it.
You're probably better off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Man.
So, yeah, we are going to have a fun night tonight. Let's go ahead and jump into this box office breakdown and see what was cracking at the theaters this weekend. So here we are at Box Office Mojo. I don't think anything premiered this weekend, at least anything with a big market behind it. So we've just got, we see here in number one, the Batman still leading strong at the theater, a 44% drop. And this is the third week it's been out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I missed that
It's
first
not doing
week.
bad.
Yeah.
600 million. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Good on them.
Did
Yeah.
you finally see it, Tone?
Oh yeah, I did. I saw it the last time I was on the Friday show, I believe. I think I mentioned I'm gonna go see it afterwards, and I stuck to my word. We went out, went and saw it finally, because in this day and age, waiting a week to even see the movie, at least for me, is kind of a long time. I'm usually there the first night, second night that it's out to see it. So
yeah.
And I managed to avoid most spoilers as well.
Oh, that's great, man. What did you think? You enjoyed it?
So, number one, I want to watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy it. It just it felt like at the end the pacing got a little weird, but it was good too. So I didn't mind sitting and watching an extra long Batman movie. But
yeah,
I really liked the Riddler.
Really? Yeah. Like the Zodiac Killer Riddler?
That part was okay, but afterwards when they picked him up in the cafe and he started talking with Batman, and it kind of, it kind of hints that he might know who Batman is, but then at the end he says something to make you think maybe not. You know, what's his name? Paul Dano. I think he did a good job, especially once the mask was off. And
yeah, I think so
I
too.
agree.
Well, they did a good job at that because they made it look like he definitely knew who Batman was, but it looks like he really didn't because of his that whole thing of what he was actually trying to do with that city and how he was like pretty much full of himself, and then Batman on that same kind of token, he was on the flip side of that coin because he thought, oh shit, he has me, he knows who I am, and he didn't. It was completely off, and that's what really I thought was a good twist in that part.
Yeah, he gave like a whole speech, and you're under the impression he knows who Batman is, and then at the end, it's just like one line, kind of shows you that. No, it was just happenstance or coincidence that he was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah. So good for Batman. 600 million. I'm sure Warner Brothers is happy.
Oh, I think so too.
Oh yeah.
I just saw brutal warning with his his comment. Ella's close in the face, like Billy's mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. You guys are the best. Oh my
That's
god.
great.
Yeah. But yeah, what was that second movie in the box office?
It's an anime.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Some anime weebery.
Oh, was that it?
No
Yeah,
need to.
so what's the next movie to come out, by the way? Morbius, like the next big one?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another.
Well, that one's been in the can for years, hasn't it? Like it's been done since like 2020.
Jeez.
Yeah, they went back though because they since the last Spider-Man movie did so well, there's rumors that Garfield might be in end credits. And, yeah. So hey, if that's what they wanted to do, they wanted to hold it another couple of weeks to do that. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
We all want more Garfield, and we want more Toby. Give us the Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. Live action into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, man, for sure. Wow, I never even heard of this thing.
Yeah, I guess it's I hadn't heard of it either, but I mean
haven't either.
It didn't do horrible. I mean, 130 million for like no real marketing behind it outside of the anime community, I'm sure. So
yeah, well, it's Crunchyroll too, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that means that's its
watch
only
yourself.
platform.
What?
Yes, scrub extra hard. No, like I'm wondering if Crunchyroll is the only platform that was released on, or if that was actually out in theaters.
No, this was in theaters. It says it
Oh,
right there.
damn.
Yeah.
2,286 theaters.
Yeah.
They
So
did it with,
Crunchyroll?
This is like when DoorDash sells you their own chicken wings,
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of, I don't know about.
They did it with Demon Slayer as well. They did like a theatrical release for one of their movies too.
Oh, yeah, the
so,
Mugen Train.
yeah,
I've
something like that.
watched. I don't really watch anime, but I've watched about half of the first season of Demon Slayer. I was trying to finish it up so I could watch the movie, and then I guess there's a new season on Hulu or something. So,
Oh yeah.
My thing with newer anime is like a lot of it is just like flavor of the month to me. Like
I miss.
I like older anime, like Witch Hunter Robin and like Dawn Wing and stuff like that.
Even Clannad, like or what was the Claymore, like like the older stuff, like Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah, that Blood the Last Vampire. Like,
well, there's like adults there. Like now everybody's a kid because marketing says that kids can't identify with adults. It's like, dude, I grew up when all of the cartoons had adults in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Escaflowne.
Oh yeah, man, that was good.
Appleseed. Bubblegum Crisis. Yeah, those were like the old, like, I'm sure we're turning people off in the, the Weebery.
Box office, there's this movie called X, and it's not what I thought it was, because I thought it was another anime movie that they re-released, because there's X, the anime.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I thought it was, but because I clicked on it, and it's not.
You're like,
What the hell is it?
I guess it's a bunch of people that are trying to make a adult film or something.
That actually came in number 4, I think. This is what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they set out to make an adult film in rural Texas, but they get caught in the act.
Oh, it's horror.
Oh, it's a horror. That must be really bad
for their
porn.
lives. Yeah.
It's like a
told you
snuff
not
film.
to eat before that scene.
Keely, did you watch this?
Oh, that's great.
Yes,
Oh,
it's like if Benoit was in Zack and Mary or something.
My dog's in the garage. Oh man.
Hey, I mean, what was it? 130 million for that anime movie. This made 4, so I mean, not bad. Not bad for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For Jujutsu Kaisen.
Sounds like a bizarre kink.
Tony, are you a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen? He's like, I do it 3 times a day.
Yeah, dude, that's a category on the hub.
Probably is, actually.
That's why Etep's not here tonight. He's doing Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, well, actually, speaking of Etep,
he's at the kiddie pool.
He gave himself money.
Yeah, he just made a super chat.
Oh, let me check this out real quick. I've only got the one screen, so I got to jump back and forth.
Woo!
It's me, baby, the ghost of George. Oh, it's me, baby, the ghost of George Floyd. Where's Derek, my chiropractor? I need my neck adjusted. I can't breathe, baby.
That's great, dude.
Oh my god.
That's almost, I think that's like just one tiny notch below when he had Cleveland Brown begging for his life from Peter.
Oh my god.
I can't breathe.
Peter, I can't breathe.
Oh my god. It's me, baby. Oh god.
So next up, I'm going to end up watching this movie because my wife kind of takes me to see all the life of a dog and all these different dog movies that have been coming out the past few years. But this looks okay anyway. Like, I don't mind. I never mind when a dog is in the lead role of a movie. You know, I'll sit down and watch Homeward Bound whenever. You know, I like puppies. So
I still won't watch Captain Marvel.
think she's a pheasant, but
No, we know she's Sasquatch.
Yeah.
What's Sasquatch?
Yeah, the Jack Links. Yeah.
yeah. So I
What's
mean,
the name for him?
I gotta
is this a
play
drama?
that GIF.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah, that's where you got it.
I finally got around to seeing that number 6 there. Yeah, finally got to see that.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah.
God, I don't want to piss off Tobey Maguire, but goddamn, man, what happened? It's like some Emma Watson action going on there.
Oh, Tobey Maguire's in the movie?
In No Way Home?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh,
I was looking at the wrong thing.
Oh, yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. My bad.
I thought you were talking about
I think it's
Death
Death
in
in
the
the
Nile.
Nile.
Oh, definitely.
Oh shit.
Someone brought it up that and maybe I noticed this at first and kind of like phased it out of my mind, but like Tobey Maguire and Willem Dafoe have no lines in the movie towards each other.
Oh
know?
yeah, they weren't even on the same set.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, like they didn't say anything to each other throughout all of No Way Home, which, you know,
Except him getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw the movie only once. I'm looking to buy it as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
Do you
So,
think something happened between the two of them, or just?
well, I mean, like in the movie wise, they didn't have anything to say to each other, and you think like they would have, you know, like what Willem Dafoe falls through the portal right before the glider stabs him. You know, like you think they'd have something to say to each other,
Right. Something regarding Harry or
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Especially seeing Peter older, like how's Harry doesn't know that Harry died at the end of 3, just something.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, because the only mention he really makes is that he says there's no Oscorp in that world, and then he wants to get back to his son. Those are the only kind of references that you hear in the film from Defoe.
That was a bit of a disappointment when they said Oscorp doesn't exist in this universe. I'm like, man.
Right? Because that means then we'll never have like that problem.
Yeah, no goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No, yeah, that
Unless
also
it
means
hasn't
no
been
Doc Ock.
formed yet.
That's possible too, yeah.
Yeah. So,
because then,
yeah,
there should be a freaking an Osborn somewhere.
Because Toby's like really young right now.
You mean Tom Holland?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because I was gonna say
not Toby. Yeah.
Toby's younger than me, and goddamn, man, I'm feeling good about myself because he looked old in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't bother me. He was still able to move.
Oh,
He looked good.
Yeah, he looked older than me. And
Did you see the outtakes with him?
No.
He was dancing on set all the time. And then like they were playing like the good music, and then I saw someone made a meme out of it. He'd stop for a photo, and then he'd give that look, and they play that bum 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 bum.
Oh no! When you do the penis Parker.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was funny shit. I saw it a few times.
But he wasn't in Death of the Nile. We can confirm that he wasn't on Death of the Nile.
This has to be a disappointment for Disney because they kind of felt like they were expecting this to do well, like really well. And I mean, look at this. How many weeks has this been out now? Death of the Nile, 6 weeks, and it made as much as the anime movie made its first week.
Damn those weebs!
Holy crap.
And this has a cast.
Yeah, Gal Gadot. It's got Russell Brand in it. Like, goddamn.
Isn't it the sequel to the Orient Express?
Yeah.
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 Which I thought was a pretty good movie.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, when this like hits Netflix or something, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that flashbang. Don't you love those?
What are we ordering on Amazon?
He's just trying to see the page, and also it's like, "What bam!"
Yeah,
he's ordering some
cast.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Is what he's ordering. Does it come with straps or no straps?
Oh, there we go.
I'm just saying this couldn't have been
Oh, that's why. You have a cannibal that was in the film. Army Hammer.
Where is he?
Number 2.
Oh, yeah, number 2.
Yeah, if he was top billing.
Man.
Yeah.
He like took his girlfriend's toe. He's like, I'm gonna save this for a snack for later.
Undo me so hard.
Yeah, they were expecting like this to be a darling, critic darling, and get a lot of
Yeah, it did so poorly. Army Hammer, he got a new job at the theme park, and I think he got arrested recently. I'm kidding. The big sting operation, 108.
We got somebody joining.
Uh-oh. Mr. Red Gaze, how are you doing?
What up, Gaze?
What's up?
Hey.
Kazoo time. No.
Yeah. We're just going through the box office breakdown. We're actually almost done, I think. Okay, so Death on the Nile. Then we have The Outfit. This is the first week it was out. What is this? An expert tailor must outwit a dangerous group of mobsters in order to survive a fateful night. I'd rather watch the porno movie X. Or
I'm with you there. Let's all grab Keely Chow and go to the movies. This is just wow. So what is it like? The tailor from Kingsman decides to step up and take out the mob. Like, what kind of stupid concept is this?
And it gets made like there's thought and a whole process that goes into pre-production, and people had to edit the movie and sit in a booth for hours adding effect. Oh man,
well, it's nepotism.
You know what?
The screenwriter's like related to somebody or something.
You know, if this did really well, then you know there's going to be like a spin-off of a busboy in Russia who decides to take out the government single-handedly.
Angry waiter.
No, angry busboy.
Yeah. Who left their crap on this table?
He's like Putin didn't tip, so he gave him the tip of a spear.
Just a tip.
Yeah, like a Ukrainian farmer falls in love with a badass female Russian soldier, and yeah.
Well, you could definitely put Gal Gadot in there then. She could be the badass.
Yeah. That or Daisy Ridley.
Oh,
Daisy
we
Ridley,
got another super chat.
Uh-oh. Let's check that out.
Is Etep super chatting himself?
Yes.
Yep.
What a generous man.
Army Hammer. Should I read it like George Floyd? Army Hammer ate Amy Schumer's love handles as part of an early Easter dinner. Except for her feet, Tarantino's got dibs on those for some reason. Amy Schumer is part of the Passover dinner, damn it.
That's kosher meat.
With her and Uncle Chucky. So,
Amy Schumer ain't passing no part of dinner over.
Right? Give me extra.
Bring that stuffing over here, baby. Oh God. Oh.
yeah, Army Hammer's a freak.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
sure.
needs help.
Yeah, they had held this film too for a little while, from what I remember. And they're like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just release it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Enough time has passed.
Yeah, what a mistake on that one. Huh?
Yeah. Remember the Lone Ranger?
Yeah.
I'm trying to forget it.
Sadly.
Yeah, that one.
The villain in that was pretty good. I like the villain in it.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the villain was.
It was the guy who was in the new Ninja Turtles movie. He's a villain in everything.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, the
So
first
is he
terrible Ninja Turtles.
white guy with British accent?
I don't think. Hold on, I'll look it up.
Is the guy who played Casey Jones?
You do realize you're
No,
talking
that's
about
Stephen
the
Amell.
live action Barbie here, right? Have a little respect.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't believe they thought that I was going to pass as Barbie. Like, in what world? Like, you know,
Yeah, how are you going to
fucking
do that
average.
and then skip over the live action Miss Piggy when they have that kind of a, you know,
oh, Kermit.
Right?
kind of an opportunity?
Yep. Oh,
Kermit,
man.
watch me do stand up.
And you reverse search Amy Schumer in Google, you get Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
It's like dead on.
Feminist of the year.
That was her high school yearbook photo.
William Fichtner. He was in that, I believe.
All right. So, yeah, other than that, a bunch of other crappy movies that we don't really care about was in the box office this weekend. We are just a couple weeks away from Morbius, and I think Sonic comes out next month as well. Yeah.
Idris Elba as Knuckles.
Yes.
You don't know the way.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but they designed the movie poster to be like the Sonic 2 video game cover, and that was
Oh shit, that's cool.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, nice touch. So, that being said, it's time for everybody's favorite time of Monday night.
Break out the kazoos.
Yeah, break out the kazoos. Wipe them off if you haven't since last week. They might be a little greasy.
Stop rubbing them on your genitals.
Yes.
Oh, prison wallet.
Billy,
Not
wash your
with me.
balls while I bang your mom.
Wash your balls with juice, Billy.
Gotta get that Dove body lotion there. Oh,
Everything okay?
yup. Wait.
Well, there's a white man on the screen. That's not okay.
There he is.
Yeah, I'm not feeling good by that, man.
Oh, I couldn't hear Tony. That's why I was like, "What's going on?"
Things are moving.
Moving. It's moving.
He's
You
there.
to move it, move it.
No, he's
So-
there.
Sorry, guys.
There he is.
So, yes, smooth. No worries, Etep. I got this.
We're holding the fort, buddy. Send us another super chat.
You're in good hands.
So, from the direct.com, Marvel director confirms Spider-Man's existence in the Morbius movie universe.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know how you... Okay, I don't know much about Morbius from the comics, and I'm not a huge fan of Jared Leto, but I have a better feeling about this than like when they released the pictures of him as the Joker a year or two before Suicide Squad.
Mhm.
That's because those pictures sucked.
That was so bad.
It was.
So was his Joker. It was bad.
Yeah,
It was terrible.
And they say, well, it's because most of his scenes got cut. And it's like, I didn't want to see any more of that.
I know. It's like, that
Thank
was a
you.
good decision.
Right?
Exactly.
Which
Sound
hashtag
like
keep
somebody's perverted horny uncle with that laugh.
It's like
Yeah,
an
you're like,
that's the laugh our Army Hammer had when he took the toes of his girlfriend.
He's struggling, makes Army Hammer hornier.
He's like, I need some barbecue sauce to go with these.
Sorry.
Hashtag keep the errors cut away.
Yeah.
Keep it locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah. I don't know why people are fighting for the heirs cut. Like the movie wasn't very good.
No, the only good thing about that movie was the pyro guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 People just like to demand shit, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather see a half hour in slow mo of what's her face changing her clothes there. What's her name? Harley Quinn.
Oh, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie when she puts on that her clothes and they'll stop and they stare at her. Just do that in slow mo for a half hour.
Yes,
do it at
release the
pendulum.
pervert cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
There, go make money.
And the butthole cut while you're at it. That's the only cut I care about.
Yes.
Oh, and cats?
I actually enjoyed Cats. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I
haven't
like
seen it,
aspects
but I
of
won't.
it,
What
and I
were
like the
the bubble
Broadway
cut.
musical.
What were
as
the
well.
what was it called? The like the magic cat, or like the title they were going for? Was it like the Jazaboo or whatever? Like they had like
Whoa,
a weird...
whoa, watch it, Fisk. You're dangerously close to something there.
Is this like a dagger kind of thing? Or...
Whoa.
They call it Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, remember? No, it's like
Perpetual
what was it
line
called?
stepper.
Do you
What, the
remember that?
original name of Cats?
No. So like all the remember, there's like a weird name that like all the cats were trying to become as like a title. It was like the God. I don't want to say it because.
I think I know what you're talking
I
about.
hate musicals.
Yeah, I know. It's painful. Like, but yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but it is dangerously close to a slur. So you can't fumble around that one.
Hard R.
Yeah. People who bother you. I slide out from behind the camera. Oh.
That hard R guy.
Yeah.
So, no, one thing about the
Jellicle.
There you go, Jellicle.
Jellicle.
What the hell is that?
No idea.
In the trailers for this, it's shown like little Easter eggs for each of the Spider-Man universes. It's shown things like the Oscorp Tower from Andrew Garfield's, but then you have Keaton's Vulture, you have Tobey Maguire's like Daily Bugle, different aspects. So I mean, I think like in a sense, we kind of already knew Spider-Man would exist in these universes in some way.
Right.
But yeah, that's what it's. Is it Andrew Garfield? Is it Tobey Maguire? Is it? I don't know if they'd want to bring in a new Spider-Man, but how is it all going to connect together? I guess is the big question.
And did that glitch thing whatever Peter's wishing that.
Yeah,
did that affect events in this film? They need some clarification because we all knew there was a connection with Spider-Man. Obviously, in the trailer, he's painted on the wall, so duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's confusing because the rules just kind of went out the window.
Right.
Like even the post-trailer scene or the post-credit scene at the end of No Way Home, like he's having a conversation with somebody, and then he just disappears and is like, "What?"
Right. Why?
Yeah. So confused.
So, did you see the post-credit scene of Venom 2?
Yeah, and that is directly right before the post-credit scene of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I just figure he got sent over and maybe just there was a time lapse and then he's sitting at the bar and then that's when everyone got sent back.
Yeah, and
but why even if you would think if a piece of symbiote broke off, it's still a part of the same.
Well, why would Venom be pulled into the other universe? Because he hasn't up until that point, he's never had any association with Spider-Man.
Okay, so
in that universe,
at the end of Venom 2, they talk about how the Venom has a hive mind it shares throughout the entire multiverse. Yeah. So Tobey Maguire knew that he was Peter Parker. Yeah. Yeah.
All I can hear is red, dumbass.
Yep, I'm telling you, there's multiverses with the time travel and all that nonsense. That is all just a big old snowball waiting to roll up and beat your house into oblivion.
And we all know what happens.
Timey-wimey.
We all know what happens to Red anyway. With the whole thing in RoboCop.
Yes. So.
No, we're saying we're connecting all the multiverses. Not you, Red. Red from that 70s show.
No. Red is the Red Gaze is our Red from our multiverse. So
yeah, I realized that, but I thought you made the reference because of Topher Grace with that Venom.
Yeah.
So that's why I connected it. The linchpin to all of this is the father from the 70s show.
Yeah. And then the alternate reality one is Red Gaze. He's a dragon.
True.
That's right. Keyword being Lynch.
We're such fucking nerds.
Topher Grace is dangling.
The thing is, too, if you actually stack Topher Grace next to Tobey Maguire, he wouldn't make a bad adversary for him, or vice versa, but not as Venom.
I would have bought him as Vulture or something. Maybe.
Yeah.
Gangly little guy.
Yeah. So
sorry, Topher.
Sorry, your parents hate you.
How the hell did they get Topher out of Christopher?
That was him. I heard him in an interview. That was him who fucking
He
did
intentionally made his name sound like an occupation.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Topher.
My apologies to his parents. It's all him.
Yeah. If he was going to be a Spider-Man villain, he'd be like from that Vincent Price movie, The Tingler. He's all dainty.
Oh man, yeah. So this is going to be interesting. Who would they be using then for this Mobius? If they're saying they're confirming it that there is going to be a cameo and all this, which one is it? Is it Tom Holland? Is it?
I believe it's Garfield. I believe it's Garfield
because he hit it out of the park.
Yeah, I hope it's Garfield. Give him more of a chance because the Amazing Spider-Man 2, in my opinion, was a huge step down from the Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
Well, that's mostly because of one stupid, horrible performance.
Yeah. It wasn't necessarily his fault. And Emma Stone, she's been my favorite love interest in any of the Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you that.
Yeah, they have a better connection.
I loved what they did in No Way Home with Emma Stone's character and kind of Peter 2 or Peter 3, I can't remember whoever Andrew Garfield was. Yeah, his redemption arc. Like he got to do what he wanted to do with his.
Awesome. I wish that they had never shown that in the trailer because it was a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Yeah, ruin a movie in a trailer.
Yeah. Well, that's what Sony loves to do.
They
It's
should
such a
do what
good
they
scene.
used to do back in the day and actually make scenes that aren't actually in the movie as part
Hell
of the
yeah.
trailer.
Yep.
Yeah, like they did that with the Marvel movies there, where they had like the Hulk in certain scenes that never made it into the theater.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know. It's I hope they don't ruin whatever they're doing here with Morbius. They're not like, oh, we have a surprise cameo by Spider-Man. Also, it's like a 30-second clip of Andrew Garfield there like talking. Surprise, everybody!
I wouldn't expect much.
Yeah, if it's going to be one of those credit scenes.
Turns out it's Miles Morales, and he's the one that spray painted Spider-Man on the wall.
Why did it have to be him spray painting on the wall? Come on, that's
exactly. Yeah,
he does that in the game.
Yeah, he does.
Don't worry, God will clear that off with a lightning strike in no time.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't Floyd on the wall; it was Peter.
I think the bigger picture here too is it's going to be nice if Sony can really get a universe off the ground, so at least there's some kind of, and maybe they should run with the Batman universe for DC too. I mean, time will tell, but we need some alternatives here. Some competent alternatives.
Well, yeah, I heard. Yeah, because the Batman, they are doing a huge spin-off stuff. They're growing from that.
Yeah,
and they're giving him a lot of leeway because they like the direction. Because it's finally we do have a direction for this character. It's not just over the top action and ridiculous shit like that. Just give us a proper detective story. They did. He was able to kick ass in it. We're getting to see like the origins pretty much to like a lot of these villains now. If that's the route they're going to go, fine, do it and show how Batman gets stronger and how he keeps evolving. Because that's what this whole movie is pretty much about.
Yeah,
that Penguin show has my interest. Like I want to see what they do with that, because that was nice how they kind of made him like the right-hand guy or the second in command, and then he kind of ascends his way to the top as Falcone falls.
Yeah.
They had a lot of villains in this movie, but it didn't feel like it because they all kind of fit natural into the story.
Right. And that's the right way of doing it.
And
so
Spider-Man 3, people say there were too many villains. It's like, no, they just didn't write the story well enough to have 3 villains,
Yeah.
Whether it was Sony getting involved or whatever
Venom wasn't really supposed to be in it to begin with, or was it Venom? Yeah,
it was Venom.
Fans were waiting for Venom, and then
they were.
Sam Raimi was like, "Well, I don't even understand the appeal of Venom." He was talking about it in an interview, and it's like, I mean, I'm sorry, but the fans wanted to see Venom rather than Sandman,
Yeah.
Well, the problem, again, that whole problem was Ari Arad. He pushed it on him because if he's not familiar with the character, whatever, give him a chance to flesh it out, really educate him on it, and do it for the 4th movie. Because the 3rd one, I thought it was fine. Sandman was great. He looked awesome in it. There's a lot of good shit that they were playing around with. But yeah, you could have done a whole lot more. But again, forcing that, it changed the entire script for them as well.
Yeah. And I think we've had this conversation too, Vinny, but also kind of interjecting Sandman into Uncle Ben's murder, like they should have went a different route with him.
I agree.
Yeah. Because it's like he did kill the guy that killed his uncle in the first one.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people's like complaints with the Batman is that like, oh, he doesn't do a good Bruce Wayne. And I think people keep forgetting that this is only his 2nd year in, and Bruce Wayne is the costume. Like Bruce Wayne is the costume. He's Batman first, and then he learns to be Bruce Wayne. Like, and people keep forgetting that, and I don't know.
Well, that's the whole thing too. That really it annoys me because did they not watch the film? Because in the end, he makes it crystal clear that he knows he needs to be more, not just as Batman, but as Bruce.
Yep.
So come on, people.
Well, it's definitely comforting though, seeing these lifeboats, as you said. Because the MCU is going to crash and burn I mean, we're looking at like the Eternals there. That thing was a bomb, and then like if it weren't for
bomb now.
yeah, it's like the Midas poop touch, like everything it touches turns into a big juicy turd, and like like nobody wants to see this feminist ideology like forced on them, and most people are like, dude, I walked off my stepping off point was Endgame, so like having these alternatives like Sony with their own Spider-Man kind of universe, and then DC, like a lot of people, I mean, sure, the Snyderverse cut won back some people or whatever, but like, Martha, why did you say that name? Like nobody's, or when, like they don't want that. They want like the Christopher Reeve kind of Superman. They want the Batman that we knew and loved.
Yeah,
and that's
more
what I think.
Hopefulness, more heroic, not this super dark, dumb shit. And I mean, his second movie as Superman, and they kill him. Like, what kind of dumb shit?
Right.
Exactly. Well, what about the Kevin Costner scene where he's like, "No, don't save me, son.
Yeah.
Let me die."
He's so fast. He could have grabbed. No one would have saw. But
exactly.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen.
Let me die.
And if Batman is at the point where he's branding people, and you see like dead Robin's costume and shit, it's like, well, that's kind of what I want to see, like what drove Batman to that point, what happened to Robin, like that's the interesting shit, and they it's becoming more common in storytelling, especially in Hollywood, telling instead of showing. All the good stuff happens off screen, and then you're stuck, watching Batman and Bruce mix it up at a cocktail party
and then and Jared Leto sitting there, and it's the end of the world, and he's got long hair and fucking rubber gloves on, talking about how he wants to fuck Batman. Yeah, but great, fantastic. And the Oscar goes to
Fentanyl, baby.
Wasn't that how we got the issues that we got going on in the world?
Yeah. More or less.
Like even Gal Gadot, and she's cool, but it's like I think she is a little overrated. It's just she's one of the few parts of the universe that weren't cringe.
Yeah,
exactly.
It worked. Yeah, that first movie worked.
Yeah, the first movie it did work. The ending to me was too. It was the ending to Man of Steel. Too much destruction. It was stupid, and they needed a better Ares. I know they got an actor like that because he's a good actor, but they wanted someone who's pretty much like a no name, so they could do the old switcheroo, later on. And he was Ares all along. I mean,
the guy that you didn't really care about, anyways.
Yeah.
That was my gripe too with Batman versus Superman. Like Batman, all that unnecessary destruction when he's like using the Batmobile going through the docks and stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? Like, why is this would never they just destroying shit for the sake of destroying shit.
Yeah. Look at how edgy we are.
So edgy.
Yeah. So. Let's jump into this article real quick. I want to see exactly how he mentions, Spider-Man's existence, to what extent. So, while fans are reveling in Spider-Man No Way Home's in-home release and the celebration of the character that the film provided, Sony is prepping to release its next adventure in its own wall-crawling universe. Morbius stars Jared Leto as Spider-Man villain Michael Morbius, a biochemist, in trying to cure his rare blood disease, infects himself with the form of vampirism. So far in Sony's Spider-Man universe, there have been a few questions about its connections to other films attached to the web slinger. However, Morbius has brought up some interesting multiversal questions in the film's trailer, pointing to all three big Spider-Man universes. And even more at the forefront of many fans' minds is the question whether Spider-Man will even appear in the upcoming film. There had been no mention of Marvel's webhead in the SSMU until the post-credits scene of Let There Be Carnage saw Tom Hardy's symbiotic anti-hero travel briefly into the MCU, seeing Tom Holland's Peter Parker on the screen. But will Peter/Spidey make an appearance in Morbius, Well, fans may finally have an answer. In an interview with Cinema Blend, Morbius director Daniel Espinosa revealed if Spider-Man already exists in the New York City that Jared Leto's Michael Morbius calls home. Espinosa said, of course, there is a version of Spider-Man there. He described his take on the Marvel Universe as a world where you have the same characters and it's all of the characters, despite being slightly different, besides the Osborns. This means in almost all universe, you have Spider-Man, but they will be a different tone. So, yeah, it's just kind of a broad answer.
Yeah, that's a non-answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
my fingers are crossed on it being Garfield, especially with the Oscorp building. But the only thing that's kind of, again, it's odd or off is having Michael Keaton in that film.
Oh, real quick, 24 Eyes, new member. Awesome, man.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Excellent.
thank you, 24 Eyes.
Hell yeah.
All right, and I'm sorry, do you guys mind taking over for just a quick second?
Who's got the power?
Yeah, mine, totally. Bring it.
Well, then I'll put you on solo.
All right, sweet.
I got the power.
I was just about ready to break into a speech, Tony. What the hell?
All right.
Well, the suspense is killing me, Red. Go
I
for
know.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do it. I'm not on full screen. Come on.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, no. No.
Power Rider says, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be the drunk dick. Fuck their movies.
Oh.
Nothing dickish about that. It's a valid opinion.
Marvel is done from what had happened as well. And Kevin Feige confirming that someone asked him in an interview, so when are you going to have a Transformer hero? And he's like, oh, we're filming one right now. Okay, well, you just...
We're checking that checkbox right now.
That's that final nail in the coffin.
Yep.
But we already had one in women's swimming.
Oh my god! Yeah,
in women's swimming, but in the MCU.
Yeah.
They all come on. They all think they're superheroes once they make the news.
That's true.
More than meets the eye. You got that right.
Oh man. Yeah, we're
failing spectacularly here.
Well, it's we don't have any control, so like, I mean, I could throw something in my screen, but like I'm really small, so it'd be just a thumbnail. Like, wouldn't be able to see anything in there.
True.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
Yes.
It wasn't made for him. It wasn't made for him.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm supposed, because I'm stuck on the screen with the article on it, so I can't hit the GIFs, I can't read the comments, you guys, so thank you everyone in the chat for hanging in there. But I'm supposed to play that like it wasn't made for him. Let me see if I can find that.
You one ugly motherfucker.
It wasn't made for him. It wasn't made for him.
My favorite GIF. Yeah, and hail to Rough Girl TV, manliness and motivation, Glenzer, Pale Rider, who else do we have here? Scrambles, the Death Dealer, Nano Reaper. Again, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you 24 Eyes for becoming a channel member. We here at the Place to Be Reviews definitely appreciate it. And yeah, make sure to check out our pre-show on Wednesday. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Warm up those hammies.
Yeah. And make sure to subscribe to Keely Chow's OnlyFans. He's running special right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Way ahead of you.
Yeah. So speaking of Spider-Man stuff though, is it yeah, here we go. Kirsten Dunst is begging to join Marvel's multiverse.
Of course she is. Wow. Remember when she was just accusing Sony of a certain something, talking about how much Toby made compared to her in the original movie?
You're not Spider-Man.
It wasn't made for her. It wasn't made for her. Dude, she had floppy tits then. I can only imagine what
God.
they're doing these days.
Eggs on a nail.
She was like part of the reason why 3 was so bad. She was so insufferable in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Oh.
I was very happy that Peter might finally be able to move on. It just didn't happen.
Right. Well, I think they should continue Toby's storyline and recast MJ as a really, really hot broad.
Yes.
Instead of a homely bag lady.
Oh my God.
In this multiverse, she is the vulture.
She's begging Mara. I need a paycheck. That's what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
It reminds me, like, and this is why I didn't like Rosario Dawson cast as Ahsoka, because 2-3 years before she was officially cast as Ahsoka, she was on Twitter like, hey, Disney or Lucasfilm or whoever, I would make the perfect Ahsoka. You should cast me to play Ahsoka. It's why not try to find the best talent out there, you know, like hold some auditions and same thing here. She's trying to, it's a little different. She was already cast as Mary Jane, but she's just trying to use the same method to get her foot back in the door. And
but don't forget, I mean, like, again, Rosario Dawson, I'm so sick of her as well, but she's still a better choice than Captain Cardboard, because don't forget, she was one of the contenders.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd say it's a little different too. I'd say it's a little different too when people like Tom Holland kind of did the same thing, right? But he actually went all out and made a video of like his athletic ability, and you know, and there was that dude, I can't remember his name, but the dude that was kind of YouTube auditioning to be Harrison Ford, who should have gotten the role.
Yeah.
I don't mind when people do that, but when it's like already established celebrities, like fuck off, come on.
Right.
Yeah.
You look.
Yeah.
You're
Don't they
making
have
a joke of
managers for
yourself.
that? Don't they have agents for that?
Right. But it's the celebrities who fought with these studios anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a movie called MJ and Spider-Man, then yeah, you can have equal billing. But that's never going to happen, bitch.
Yeah, the best you're going to get is BJ.
Well, now we're talking another type of film, right, Keely?
Oh, man.
People would have shown up to the movie, to Spider-Man the movie, had Mary Jane not been in it at all.
Yep, that's true.
But the same doesn't go the other way around. If there's Mary Jane the movie, it's not going to sell that many tickets. They were talking about doing a Zendaya spinoff as well in the MCU. Like, no.
Like, why? Who would watch that?
What?
Yeah.
Look at all the people that watch the actual MCU TV shows anyway. That tells you who would watch it.
I tuned out. I saw the Wanda one and I was done. Like the you got to do better one. Like I was like, okay,
that's where I cut out.
What is this Mary Jane you speak of? Oh God!
We got a special non-hetero guest.
Oh no!
Listen, I'm only here until my wife comes out and finds that I jumped on the stream for a minute. Hey,
your ass.
Look, I'm just gonna keep sending super chats to myself. All right. And just for those of you in the chat that wanted it, it's me. It's George Floyd. I've been doing fentanyl all day. I can't breathe. Peter, I can't breathe. Oh Jesus, help me, Rhonda.
Quick resistant, Cleveland.
For real though.
Look behind you. She's coming.
Yeah. You hear the Jaws theme?
Look, she's busy with the kids. Look, hey, I just before I leave, y'all, you guys are doing a kick-ass job. I'm out like feelers and high top fades. You guys fucking rock. Hail the chat. Thank you for joining the channel. 24 Eyes. I'm out, man.
Hail, brother.
Have a great night, y'all. Thank you.
Take
Have
care.
a great night.
Have fun in the kiddie pool.
Look,
the kids touching your long hair on your legs.
I was floating around that bitch earlier like a fucking beached whale. It's good. It's all good.
Nice.
Did someone say Lizzo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
no.
someone say beached well?
I do my hair, toss, check my nails.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Oh yeah.
What was that movie with Eddie Murphy where like he dressed up as a fat chick and like went to a water park?
Norbit.
Yeah, Norbit. Remember the scene where like that Leviathan flew across?
I haven't
the
actually
entire...
seen the movie. I just know.
Yeah, it was squeezed in here and then pushed him out with a fat ass.
Yeah.
Well, there's only room for one Lizzo, nobody else. So. I'm surprised
the
the rest of
Highlander.
us are still here.
Yeah, I can't breathe.
Well, we know what the spinoff anyway for Zendaya would be, and since she's not connected to Spider-Man anymore, doesn't know who he is. It's going to be a very short series. Mm-hmm. So she gets out of the coffee shop, she gets mugged. They do some bad stuff to her, and they leave her in the dumpster in the alley. The end.
Number one rated Marvel series. One episode, 15 minutes.
The cut scene at the end is she's crawling out and somebody hits her in the head with a brick. That's it.
It's Norman Osborn.
Yeah. What have I done?
Okay, so I heard about this show. She's in Euphoria, Zendaya. Mm-hmm. I heard her acting chops were fantastic in that show, and I should check it out. So one night I'm sitting here with my wife. It's on HBO Max. I'm like, oh, this is the show people were telling me about, and I turn it on. And like this show is about teenagers basically discovering drugs and banging. So we're like 30 minutes into the show, and me and my wife are saying, like, what are we watching?
Is it really acting when you're just portraying your life, though?
Yeah, it's like the American version of Skins.
Yeah, it's like Cuties plus 5 years almost. Like, holy shit. So,
lawsuit is shit.
Yeah, I'm glad Netflix
is that one called Still Bangable?
I liked her in The Greatest Showman. I liked her in that.
Yeah.
See,
I didn't mind her in Dune, but
yeah,
I didn't mind her in that either.
Well, that Dune wasn't really. It didn't leave you much of anything.
Yeah, she didn't have any speaking lines.
Right.
So
that's the sequel.
Will Snaggletooth get her own? Will she get a role in the Marvel universe? Now, look,
how much Photoshop they had to do in those butter teeth.
Yeah. Like, of course, I would kind of want to see her if they continued Toby's story. I'd want to see what ended up happening between them. But I got to say, after Spider-Man 3, I'm just sitting there watching, like, why are you crying and begging for this girl? You're Spider-Man. You deserve better than this.
Right. Exactly.
Like, everyone liked the landlord's daughter by the end of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. She baked for him. She actually treated him nicely.
Yeah, very likable.
She's the Pauline to the Princess Peach.
Right. And his father-in-law would have been funny as hell. You know?
Yep.
You're a man. She's a woman. Give me my rent.
Yeah.
Like, Mary Jane's over here calling Peter a worthless bastard and walking off, and then later he's all sad in his apartment, and here's the landlord's daughter all beautiful with a plate of cookies. Like, well, you should call her, tell her how you feel. She's like the nerd in the rom-com.
Yeah, takes off
the guy's friend. Yeah, and then she takes off the glasses, and they end up together at the end.
Yeah,
you know?
she's all that.
Yeah.
And you know that evil Toby would have banged the hell out of her.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good Toby would have if he was smart.
Yeah. I think there's a deleted scene somewhere. Right,
they did it on the cutting room floor.
That's what I mean. Like, so I like Sam Raimi, but there are certain obvious things that stick out that he might not pick up on. So the end of 2021 ushered in the new era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that is seemingly focused on the multiverse. Yay, Red.
Yay.
The Tom Holland-led Spider-Man No Way Home emphasized this tenfold by reintroducing Tobey and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man into the fray, bringing together 2 decades of Spider-Man films into one epic culmination. Despite these star-studded appearances, however, others were rumored to be joining. A year before No Way Home's release, Mary Jane Watson actress Kirsten Dunst was complaining about her wage. And Gwen Stacy actress Emma Stone were both said to be returning in the threequel. It was Dunst who then continuously added fuel to the fire, though originally unintentional, as she was spotted for possible reshoots another year after the initial rumor. 3 months after that, Dustin point blank stated that she wasn't in No Way Home, and when she was mad. And when the film was released soon after that, her words were proven true. Still, this hasn't stopped the actress from expressing her interest in being indoctrinated into the MCU, just as she has done again. Like, who wouldn't want to join at least what was at the time the hottest property in Hollywood?
Right. Well, I love that shot right there. Like, she just looks depressed, and they're over there like,
don't blame us.
I was mad.
Yeah, don't make eye contact.
Toby's all stoic, looking forward. Like, I don't even want to look at the bitch. You got Tom Holland's like, it wasn't me. What the hell? And the Garfield like, I'm the man.
It's date night, but he sends Andrew Garfield to take her out instead. You're lonely, right? No.
And Andrew's like, why not?
Yeah,
you're like my brother.
Any port in the storm.
Go bang butter teeth.
Yeah. Oh.
So, during an interview with Backstage, Mary Jane Wattress actress Kirsten Dunst from Sony's original Spider-Man trilogy was pleading, please, to be included in Marvel Cinematic's multiverse. Dunst noted that she'll likely stay in the less structured zone of acting and filmmaking when it comes to her occupational future. And when the topic of Spider-Man came up, Dunst eagerly expressed her interest, saying that she says, I'd join that multiverse. I feel like I'm the only one that hasn't joined it. I'm like, please put me in the lineup. I need to pay for my house and kids.
Yep.
Jesus.
Went up my nose.
Listen, Kirsten, you've hit that wall. You're just going to have to learn to accept it. It's what everyone tells you when you're 20 years old and you're hot and strutting your stuff. Like, you better make the most of it now, because sooner or later you're going to hit that wall. You're going to be out the door with your house and kids. So I hope you made your money, because you're
she gave him this look.
Newsflash. She was never hot.
The wall defeats
but hot enough.
Look,
hot enough.
I thought she was. I'm like her age. So when Interview with the Vampire came out, we were both like 12. I thought she was pretty. But then puberty hit, and it did her no favors.
It was all downhill.
She's got that Zachary disease.
She's always had the head of a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
Then you saw Emma Stone, and you're like, yeah, that's a lot better.
Yeah.
So this gets brought up a lot. It may be cliche, but I'm thinking like a Weekend at Bernie movies, between Dunst. Yeah. With Kirsten Dunst and Zendaya and a dead Emma Stone, and they just
another rom-com. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
A Weekend at Bernie's too. There's voodoo involved.
Yes.
Weekend at Gwen's.
They're trying to get her to the Sanctum Sanctorum to bring Emma Stone back to life. They need to ask Doctor Strange.
Brother Voodoo is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's how Stone is being reanimated.
They're looking for the mother boxes and Cyborg. It's the multiverse, so they can do it.
Then Michael Keaton shows up in his Batman gear.
Yeah, with the vulture wings. Like,
Kristen Dunst would be like, "Oh my god, the script is perfect. Give me the money." Yeah.
Why is there a Lego guy here?
The last thing I saw her in was the TV series Fargo, and she was pretty good in that. But again, playing like a housewife from Minnesota, like that's the role she was born for.
No kidding, eh?
Yeah, that's the role she needs to look for now.
I'm Courtney. I'm a homely.
Well, remember her in Melancholia?
No.
She played a depressive. That movie is not a feel-good movie. And
doesn't sound like it.
She's like this, like clinically depressed, like schizoid, and she's the only one that's able to actually handle the news that the world is going to end, like relatively well. Everybody else is like handling it really poorly. So one of the things that she does, and what I said, this is just going to cancel exactly what I just said. She goes out into this lake or this like little river and just gets naked and just lays against the ground naked. And it was like, what was the point of that scene? I mean, I'm not complaining, but like, why?
Oh, see,
that was the point.
That's the only scene I've seen because people kept putting it on Twitter and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, she looked
After
decent
Effects
there. I still had to put like my hands over her face just to cover that up because that face was like,
Well, it probably wasn't even her body. I mean, they probably did what they did with Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones, where they had that like, the body double where they like.
They wouldn't have put the money into that.
Captain America, the first Avenger, with it.
Yeah.
You got her big ass head and then a nice 90-pound frame.
There's like a Lizzo head on that.
Oh, jeez. Well, didn't you hear? She's going to be the new Black Panther.
I thought she was the president of Earth in Star Trek.
Oh, yeah. I saw that clip.
Oh, God.
She looked like she gained weight, though, for that clip on Star Trek. She got a big gap in her teeth.
The president of United Earth. Now we all throw those one people off buildings, off rooftops, so we're all united. Yeah. And the election, for United Earth, it wasn't rigged, like, let's say the Georgia elections. So good for her. That's weird, isn't it? Like, they did the same thing in the Independence Day sequel where they were like projecting, they basically had Hillary Clinton is the president of the U.S.
Oh,
and Independence Day 2.
That one that bombed horribly.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that garbage.
Yeah. No, the president. I wonder if I could pull her up. The president of the United States in that movie was
a Karen.
Yeah, basically portraying Hillary Clinton.
Oh, jeez.
So she was in the pantsuit. Yeah. And it was obvious, and they do that. I don't know if it's predictive programming or what, or just trying to get us desensitized to the idea, but it's weird how they like kind of live their political fantasies out in entertainment. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Stacey Abrams. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other thing
Abrams
too, though,
tank.
well, they normally do it to kind of warm people up to the idea of it as well, because that's like the agenda that they wanted to push.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But she was just more hated than anyone else in all of politics, so it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's her, but I don't know if I can find a good photo. But yeah, it was basically supposed to be Hillary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
So.
When did this lump of shit of a movie come out?
Independence Day 2.
2016.
Yeah, it was so bad. I was excited for that movie.
Was bad.
Yeah,
It was so bad.
And they tried to kick a franchise off with it, like, well, we're going to take the fight to them, and it's like not with those box office numbers. Yeah.
Spoilers, you lost.
Yep.
And the thing is, it had what it. Okay, it could have been interesting, but like the last act or two was just, it fell off the rails. They're riding around in a school bus, but I mean, I like the idea of, okay, the aliens came, we got some technology from their crafts. Now we have these badass fighter jets, and we have a little base on the moon. All that was cool.
Yeah.
But it's, I guess the execution, once the plot was really set in motion, it just kept getting more ridiculous. So, yeah.
Man, and they really upped the Jewish stereotypes on Judd Hirsch. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, Ivy, you look like a Shamil in that. But come on, man. I'm right here. I'm right here. Stop it. Like,
Shamil,
stop it.
Shamaza, Half and Pepper Incorporated.
I don't want to be convention all day, but seriously, you're gonna catch cold in that. Ivy.
Yeah, so they're over here in this article still talking about she was supposed to be in No Way Home. So that's it with that. Kirsten Dunst is jealous. She wants to be part of it. She's literally the only person who hasn't been cast in the MCU. It's just not fair.
For reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably have like the printout of her flipping out at Sony.
Yeah, we got
tacked on the wall like a poster.
No, it's like the oh, good for you. Like we get a clip of that, like her audio like scream out on the phone.
That'd be great. Yeah, they should just hire Belle to insult her.
That would be the best. He's like, hey man, I'm out of work. I'll take it.
Out of work? He's in the fucking Marvel universe.
No, yeah, it's
he's playing that. What's it?
Gore the God Butcher or whatever.
Christian Bale is?
Yeah.
Oh damn. All right.
I have the first appearance of that character too. The storyline was pretty cool in there, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I wonder what they're gonna do with him too, or if they're gonna digitally remove his nose because the character had none. He had a very specific kind of odd look. So,
I wonder if...
And I think there's some kind of connection with Venom shit in that as well. That character. Because he makes these weapons that are like blades that are they look kind of like a symbiote.
Oh, that's
yeah.
He's called the Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah.
Holy
he's
crap!
He's all white. He's got a black kind of cloak and cape.
Well, of course he's a villain. He's white.
Him.
Of course. Well, he's very white.
Hey, kind of
that's
Voldemort.
Yeah, that looks like a Star Wars villain.
It almost looks like Ebony Maw from Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
Like just a little, few differences, but see, if there's one thing I would have done in the MCU a little differently, I would have introduced the children of Thanos, the Black Order, a little earlier, and kind of tried to find ways to incorporate them into the movies because those were interesting villains, and we didn't get much of them.
Yeah. Well, instead of the Shatari invasion, if they had one of its lieutenants or one of its generals or whatever, that was one of his kids.
Yeah, like look at that third picture. On top, that one. Like you see, like that black stuff coming all over his arms. Like he could form weapons and. Oh, actually, the second.
Apparently, he got his powers from like the King of Venom, like King Venom or whatever. Venom in black. Yeah, like,
they try to connect it after the fact because his first appearance, they don't talk about any of that.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I mean, the whole sequence was really awesome. With
that's gotta be humiliating, like walking across the lot like that.
Yeah, right.
Trick or treat. Like,
hopefully they have him flipping out at somebody too on set. That'd be great.
You just walked in front of my scene. Oh, good for you.
I wanted to go off on what's her face, Natalie Portman. That'd be fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. You can hold the hammer. Good for you.
I swear to God, I'm going to punch it.
Then he whips out a chainsaw and he chases around naked.
Yeah.
Yes. He's running down the stairs and he's just like moving his hand with the chainsaw and drops it.
Speaking of that, there was a GIF that I used for Elden Ring that had him with his headphones on.
I saw
just walking through Elden Ring.
Yeah, like I want to have hope for Thor: Love and Thunder, but I mean, just from the very premise of the movie, I mean, Lady Thor and
I'm out.
Valkyrie searching for her queen, like
I'm
it's
out.
just from the start. It's
I'm sure there'll be some kind of lesbian scene with the Valkyrie as well.
Well, they've already like race swapped the Valkyrie and all that stuff. Like it's like it's a blizzard of effect. It's like. One little drop or whatever, or one grain of sand or whatever wouldn't bother me, but the fact that it just kept adding up, and there's so many things that are just so wrong with it. Like I'm done. Like you've reached my threshold. Like I don't even want to sit there and watch it. I already know I'm not going to like it.
Yeah, exactly. And I wasn't. Okay, Ragnarok was kind of fun to watch through the first time because it was a little different. It wasn't the same exact tone as a lot of Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But it wasn't very rewatchable.
No.
And it gets worse
Urge to kill. Like by the fourth time you see it, you like just want to put somebody through a wall.
Yeah.
I saw it a couple times. It was fine. Just what's her face just really annoys the shit out of me, the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I still love what's her face in it, the main villain, Hela. What the hell?
Oh yeah.
See, they should have did a thing with her as Death and played the Death angle with
Thanos.
Yeah.
I said it too, bro. I'm like, what? I was hoping that's what they were gonna do at the end of the movie. I'm like, what? Is she really just dead? Because they could have just used her properly, and it connects everything. It would have given Thanos even more reason to do what he did.
Yep. And don't the God Butcher in her fight too at some point?
I don't know.
There was a leak I heard in between Infinity War and Endgame, and I think this would have done wonders for Endgame, because they could have fit this in and it would have been more interesting than some of the exposition and other things we got in the movie. Think about it. Thanos had to get his gauntlet made from Uru metal. He had to have it special made, and then you kind of come off under the impression that the Avengers just kind of make their own Iron Man looking gauntlet. The leak I heard was that they use PIM particles to travel back right when Hela, Loki, and Thor disappear into the tunnel or into the frost, whatever, and Thor Ragnarok, and she chases him down and throws him out of it into that planet. Either way, I hear the Avengers showed up and took his shattered hammer. Because think about it, that's like the rarest metal in the universe just sitting in a field,
Right.
So you would think it would have to come into play somewhere. And I heard the Avengers would show up, take it from there, and then travel back and create their own gauntlet out of that. And I think that would have made more
sense.
Yeah.
We got another super chat.
Oh, shit. Thank you, Chris. Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Good for you! You got a hammer!
Oh my god.
She was in my fucking life!
Well, you get that big, you're in everybody's life.
I love Bill. I don't care.
Oh, damn.
Great actor.
Woo.
Find yourself super chat sounds like something Tubin would do. And has done.
Oh man.
Savage.
He's over there at the water park. What the hell did you just say?
That was the super fat.
He put his fist down really hard and just splashing water now.
Was it his fist though?
Oh.
Oh my.
The water was cold, okay? Cowardly Oregon.
So we're getting our first non-binary MCU character, and it feels like at this point when I'm reading this, I'm like, they haven't had a non-binary character yet.
Yeah, they did. Captain Cardboard.
Yeah, right.
Did
Vision have a penis?
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's. I'm not gonna get into it, but
or Ultron.
Yeah, Ultron. Like, here you go.
Yeah, Ultron was non-binary, motherfuckers.
Zeros and ones. God.
So Marvel Studios continues to expand its cast of stories and characters in Phase 4 of the MCU, with part of that expansion coming in terms of diversified representation. In 2021 alone, Marvel brought its first movie with an Asian lead in Simu Liu's Shang-Chi, its first major gender fluid character in Tom Hiddleston's Loki, and its first openly gay character in Eternals with Phastos. And it's deaf actress, which there's a deaf girl in the Eternals, so they're losing track of their Prussian Olympics here. That's no good.
Yeah, this is so dumb.
Yeah, so
When's
the
first
franchise
wheelchair?
is far from adding new kinds of circus freaks to their future projects. The lady with the beard, yeah. In Phase 4 and beyond, especially with movies and TV shows currently in production. This includes 2 highly anticipated sequels to a couple $2 billion box office hits in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and The Marvels.
Recast T'Challa. Sorry.
Yeah. We're going to see Ironheart soon, and a new leading lady who will add to the Iron Man legacy started over a decade ago.
So one of those characters has a penis?
A feminine penis?
Riri?
Riri!
She's like the whole movie. It's just an oversized clitoris.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the movie, no, it's a penis.
I thought Don Cheadle was the black feminine Iron Man.
No, he's the oversized clitoris.
He's like just a CG, just standing real still. Like
it's just his head.
Yeah, it's just his face on there. He's got. Wait a minute, is it like an echidna that has 2 pee holes? Like each nostril is a pee hole? Oh my god!
So
I'm sorry.
Scooper Daniel Rickman shared new casting information about Marvel Studios' Ironheart on Disney Plus via his Patreon account. According to Rickman, Marvel Studios is casting MCU's first non-binary character to play a role in all 6 of Ironheart's episodes. Although the specific character is unknown, non-binary is an umbrella term used to describe people who feel their gender can't be defined within the margins of gender binary. So, yeah,
Mental
crazy person.
Yeah.
Mental illness. That's right.
Well, it's not going to be a villain, so let me look here.
Yeah. God.
Extremely intelligent, shrewd, and poised. That's what they're looking for in this character.
And black.
Yeah.
And a penis.
Yeah.
With tits.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Who
So
wants to see this?
Yeah.
Nobody. People didn't
It's
believe us
5
when
or
we
6.
said, Marvel's going to be finished pretty damn soon.
Yeah.
And
Like,
this Doctor Strange 2 is going to be peppered with a whole bunch of garbage.
yeah. It is. It's kind of, from what I've read, and
kind of strange.
Yeah.
That's right.
I read a leak a few months ago. I did a live stream over on the Clown World review about it, and I'm like, and the guy was Portuguese, so some of the translation was a little messed up, not the best English. And look, that's all good. You could understand what it was saying, and I read it, and I'm like, this is kind of like WandaVision 2.0 with Doctor Strange in it, like how the first WandaVision was supposed to be before they decided they didn't want a man helping the lead character out. So, but then the trailer's released, and we've seen a couple looks at it now between the end of No Way Home and then the actual official trailer, and that leak looks to be true. So, I don't know how good. I don't think Patrick Stewart being in the movie is going to make it any better or worse. And I don't care to see Tom Cruise's Iron Man, but just the story itself, it's just kind of mainly revolves around Wanda and her kids, and I just don't care about that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It was a stupid concept all around.
Yeah.
Well, they celebrated a villain. I mean, we're looking at like propaganda that it props up these terrible, like horrific people as heroes.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something to celebrate people.
Oh, I beg to differ.
I was my bad, Vinny.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
I was just okay. So I didn't watch all of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I saw like the first few episodes and up to the part where they stripped John Walker of the Captain America mantle and like they put him on trial or that military tribunal, and then they tell Wanda, these people will never know what you sacrifice for them. They said that to Wanda after destroying this entire town and holding him hostage, but they should have been saying that to John Walker, who was out there stopping fucking terrorists, losing his best friend, fought wars for these people, and they killed his best friend and he lost his cool, and he's on fucking trial for killing a terrorist.
Yeah.
A terrorist, yeah, it's like Rittenhouse.
Yeah, he deserved that line. These people will never know what you've sacrificed for them, John Walker. Like, so, yeah, point is, fuck Wanda.
Yeah.
I definitely would.
I know. Giggity.
And again, why would Vision get all of his memories back, all of his thoughts and feelings,
And then
turn
later,
around,
bitch.
see his
Yeah,
wife
see
being
ya.
attacked, and fly to San Francisco?
What did that unlock Ultron again?
Right.
Because Ultron wasn't Ultron like locked away like in him after the end of
I think he eradicated him.
Yeah, like he's part Ultron, part Banner, part Stark, part Memory Stone or Mind Stone. Like, yeah.
That whole thing was really dumb. Like, I know who I am. I'm Vision. Bye. I was sitting there like, did that just happen? Did he really just he could have turned yellow, not white, if he was just gonna run away?
Yeah, like your wife's being attacked, dude.
Later, bitch.
Your wife that you haven't seen in years by this point. Like, yeah. So I don't know how many people are going to be watching Ironheart. Like, it's a bad idea, and they're not going to derail the train. They're just going full.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say it's going to be the same people who watch the stretchy arm. Pakistani
Ms.
girl.
Marvel.
Yeah,
that dumpy Pakistani girl. Like, who is this for? Like, you went from like people who are into superhero movies into this like Dora the Explorer with like a magic, like, it's stupid. Like,
a fatter version of Dora.
Yeah, and it's like that being or going red or turning red or whatever. Like, that's not the same audience that likes superhero movies. So stop making that like.
Right. Nobody wants to see this character on the reg.
No.
Yeah, Marvel reached its peak with Infinity War and Endgame. Like, the whole world was watching, and since then they've just gone off the fucking deep end. And we all knew there'd be a bit of a drop after Endgame, and everyone's like, "Well, Kevin Feige is such a genius." It's like, no, they just keep going. This ain't a dip anymore. They're just going downhill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was the only saving grace, and that's not even all that. That's mostly Sony. That's 75% Sony.
Yeah. And
I think
in a lot of equity too.
Yeah. Right now, the only thing they really have is this Doctor Strange movie, and that's why they said, "Oh, they're going to make him the new character that's going to be ushering in all the new bullshit," because they know Captain Cardboard is done. That bitch keeps ruining herself and fighting with people. So on top of just being a colossal waste of money for them. Which I covered that on Friday stream, a little bit on Sunday, but they don't have anything, and this Doctor Strange is going to have mixed reactions right out of the gate, and word of mouth I think is going to end up hurting this film a whole lot. I said this is probably the last one that I watch because I'm curious to see what Sam Raimi's going to do, and I do like evil versions of Wanda because that storyline in the comics was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
She created her own fucking world, and everybody was changed. And holy hell, that was good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, she turned out to be like one of the most powerful mutants too.
Yeah, one of the most powerful characters in general in the MCU. Well, the regular Marvel universe, right?
Yeah, we can't add this MCU in there because all bets are off.
Right.
She's not trans-disabled black woman.
Well, she's got magic powers. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. They recast her as Lizzo.
Jeez.
I finally get to be free of myself. I got my hand in.
No, she's going to help Lizzo become the new Black Panther. I thought you knew that.
Oh, you mean the new Wakanda?
Yeah, she's going to fight with M'Baku and then eat him whole.
The fat cat.
She's just gonna be like the Sarlacc pit.
That's it.
That's where T'Challa got knocked into. That's
they just have a bunch of people roll her down a hill and knock everybody over.
Yes. I mean, it's bad. Like, they keep like in Black Widow and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they're showing like these signs whenever they go to Europe. Any country in Europe, there are signs on the road with. They're blue and red signs, like a blue sign with a red X to show you, like, hey, X-Men's ahead, X-Men are coming, X-Men. By the time they get there, number one, I don't trust him when it comes to X-Men or Fantastic Four at this point, which sucks because they could have done a great job if they did it in the same vein as the Avengers, but nobody's going to care by that point. That's like the most disheartening part. Like, I was kind of waiting for these teams to finally show up, and
actually the normies will care, and that's what they're banking on, because they'll be like, oh, well, it's faltering. Oh, let's introduce these characters that everybody's longing for, and then they'll introduce them, the X-Men and Fantastic Four, and it'll get all the normies back in, because every time they do that, like it's been proven with Star Wars, just dangle something that they've been wanting just enough, and they'll come back to it, and you know, because they know people are gullible.
Still, if it doesn't have something to sink your teeth into, it's not going to build the same momentum that the first three phases of Marvel were able to build. They've done a lot of damage this phase.
Yeah, and they're gonna. It's gonna continually go down because again, in this one, there's rumors that they're going to be introducing Reed Richards, because he's supposed to be one of those Illuminati characters in the books, and they already said what the hell is his name from The Office with the big ears.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I forget his name though.
Yeah, the guy who played Jim on The Office. Married to the foreign girl.
Krasinski, John Krasinski.
Him. Yeah, they've been trying to push that, but his wife, Emily Blunt, said that they're not doing it. She came out a couple times saying that they're not going to be in it.
Yeah.
And that she said she would never do a comic book movie. Like I guess they put their foot down. They just said, fuck this. But
yeah,
I don't know. So whoever they're going to cast in there or put in there, I don't think it's going to make a shit bit of a difference, because the whole direction that they're going in, no one's going to want to see this crap. They're going to be pushing those C-list characters from Disney Plus. That's going to have like no views, no ratings whatsoever.
Yeah, nobody watched Hawkeye. Like the ratings show.
I don't watch that shit.
Yeah, nobody watched it. Nobody could
Which
be asked to
sucks,
watch
because
it.
that was the better of their shows.
It was better, yeah.
Well, unfortunately, like people are starting to see the trends, and the whole let's get an established white male character and replace it with a female character. Like it's getting tiring. Like, of course, how many times do you need to see it before you're like, I've already seen this film?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guys are old and out of touch and bad and need to be replaced by intellectually superior and physically superior women that are half their size. Okay. It's tiring, I mean, look, they try to do that with Wolverine, like X-23. Come on, man, that's not Wolverine.
Yeah.
Nope.
Man.
I know.
But they didn't do anything with him. It's like she wasn't supposed to be a replacement. It's like it's not going anywhere. Plus, that was the Fox universe anyway.
Yeah.
So, all that shit's gonna be erased. I'm just happy that
right now it's 20 times better than what we're getting.
Oh, I know.
I know.
Logan was a fantastic.
Logan was very good. Yeah.
But I'm happy that they did greenlight Deadpool 3, and the director did the last two Ryan Reynolds movies, and those are actually really good.
Speaking of that, did you guys see Project Adam?
Yes, loved it.
Talked about it last night too. Yeah, I thought it was really good.
If they do a kid pool, they need to get that kid.
Yes.
To play kid pool, because that'd be awesome.
Those lines, man, like nobody else.
And he looks just like a little Ryan Reynolds. It's so crazy.
He's a little shit quit master.
Yes.
I think I'm wearing, because I listened to the stream last night, you guys, and I heard you talking about Free Guy for a little bit.
Yeah.
That movie kind of reminds me, when I walked out of the theater, I mean, it wasn't a horrible movie. I guess it was entertaining for what it was, but it just kind of felt like it was everything that hit the cutting room floor for Deadpool 1 and 2 was in Free Guy. And it's just like, we talk about these actors like Dwayne Johnson or Samuel L. Jackson who aren't really actors. It's just they have a certain charisma people like, but they're the same thing in every movie. And that's kind of Ryan Reynolds. It's just starting to wear on me, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I said the same thing, man. And like these last two movies, I enjoyed. This Adam project, he puts a little more into it, but he's still doing those lines, obviously. And I didn't mind it. And I'll be honest, I was one of those people. I was jaded with him from the beginning, from like the beginning of his career. Like I didn't see that Blade 3 because he was in it. I'm like, oh, I'm so fucking sick of this guy. And then, I don't know. I guess he started growing me around the time of Deadpool.
Do you remember when he started off on that sitcom, Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Place?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. the guy, the other one, there was the girl was older than all of them by a lot. She was the one that was in that Me, Myself, and Irene.
Mm-hmm.
She left with the little black midget.
Have you ever seen Chaos Theory with him?
Yeah, but the other dude, the other guy, he left Hollywood and he went to Mexico or something, and he's living in that ranch where they not the ranch, the resort where all they do is like wife swap.
Swinger.
I shit you not.
He's basically Marty Jannetty then.
That's what happens when you tag with the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah. Is Project Adam on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good show too, or a movie.
Yeah. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's despite having an actor I despise.
Yeah. Yeah, but come on, not to put any spoilers, but you would despise him, but you watched it for a reason because you despised him.
Right. But see, I didn't even know he was in it because I didn't see a trailer. I just went, oh, what the hell is this? All right, well, what the hell? I'll watch the first couple minutes. If it sucks, I'll shut it off. And I thought it was entertaining and fun. Plus, what's her name? Still looks amazing too, Jennifer Garner.
Oh yeah, yes she does.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, so here, number one, just from this headline, yes, the Batman's Catwoman finally outdoes Burton's version. Just going back and watching Batman Returns recently, I mean, it's not like, and it's a different day and age, I get it, yesterday's standards aren't today's, but even Michelle Pfeiffer, like, I like her as Catwoman, but it's not like she had this, like, timeless performance. It's a little cheesy, like the line she was given to read. And there's a lot of nostalgia there, of course, but
meow.
It doesn't, take much to outdo that performance, I don't think. And it's not Michelle Pfeiffer's fault. It's just how the character was written, how the movie was written.
Yeah, because it's not the Selena Kyle from the comics at all. She did something completely different. Selena was never the way that she was, but when she was Catwoman, like it was like the dominatrix side of the nerdy bits of her. Like there was the polar opposites what they did, which again for what that movie was, like I understand what you're saying, and she looked good as Catwoman, and her scenes and shit were pretty fun, but Zoe Kravitz, the one that again the script that was written for her is closer to how Selena was in the books. She's got a very, very dark past, prostitute and everything. Like they went super dark with the character in the books, and so I don't know. I think they got closer to it with Zoe, if you want comic book accuracy. But I still love Michelle Pfeiffer as well. So.
Yeah, it's just like two different.
Completely.
It's like two different types of hamburger, and you can't really put one over the other because they're just two different products.
Yeah.
I still think the animated series Catwoman is by far the best.
Yeah.
They did a great job with that.
But so come on, Zoe Kravitz. Come on.
Again, these two are both really damn hot. So
yeah, they are.
Yeah. Either way, they're better than Halle Berry's.
Yeah.
So sorry, Tony.
No. I never even saw the Halle Berry movie. It's like, again, we're talking about like a Mary Jane movie without Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. CG Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Wasn't she like borderline retarded in that movie too, or something?
Yeah, she got a Razzie for it, and to Halle Berry's credit, she really hammed up the acceptance speech at the Razzie Awards. It was awesome. She's like all crying. She's like, "I've worked so hard for this."
Holy crap!
Yeah, I would have rather seen a Storm movie or something.
Yeah, we still need a Storm movie like
with Angela Bassett.
That's what they were gonna do with the X-Men movies. I think they did X-Men Origins Wolverine, and then they were supposed to do X-Men Origins Magneto, and I think part of that got turned into
First Class.
X-Men First Class, and then they just turned Wolverines into a trilogy. But they were gonna tell origin stories for all the X-Men. So a Storm origins would have been
That would have
interesting.
been so good. Well, no, I mean, she's got a, like, X-Men aside, like, she goes from rags to riches to basically the Queen of Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's a badass story. I want to see that.
Yeah.
And nope, we're going to get another rehash with a new X-Men or whatever. And it's like,
again, if you want to see those type of those stories, just watch the X-Men cartoon from the 90s. They handle it really well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they did.
That's where I got into the X-Men.
Same here, man.
Yeah.
Same. Is that and then Spider-Man the animated series as well?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Do you remember Pride of the X-Men? With that an Australian Wolverine.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
It's what the X-Men arcade game is based off of. If you notice, like, Wolverine's brown in the arcade, and there's Dazzler in there and stuff. It's because originally the way that they treated Jubilee in the X-Men cartoon from the 90s, that's how they originally had Kitty Pryde joining the X-Men, just like that. Mm-hmm. And it was just a one-off episode, and it was awesome.
And then the movies, they made it Rogue, who was kind of,
Which is weird, because Rogue was originally a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, again,
you should have had that.
Mystique's kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
is Rogue going to be in the Marvels? Because that'd be great.
Yeah. I know. It's like exit stage left, Brie.
I hear they might be replacing her with the Miss Marvel actress. Like it might not be working out with Brie, and they might be coming to that realization. Because you guys remember in like 2018, 2019, she's going to be the center of the Marvel universe.
Yep.
She's going to be our Robert Downey Jr. Like, no, she's not.
Nope.
You're wrong. Feige's like hiding in the shadows, ready to jabber with something.
Yeah. He's got a collapsible baton like the Nancy Kerrigan thing.
Why? The thing is, too, like, she may not have ever been the center of the universe, but she wouldn't have been as disliked if she just didn't come out and start ragging on entire groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was when they were first talking about it, and Brie Larson has been casted to play Captain Marvel, I was interested. I was like, the MCU had done such a good job up to that point that I trusted them.
Yep, same.
Well, no,
it wasn't made for you.
When I saw the deleted scene from Civil War, I think it was, and they had that Captain Marvel in there. They had some stunt woman in there. Holy shit! What a perfect! Yeah, that chick was a perfect 10. That's what I wanted to see, not Brie Larson. So I was upset from the get-go. I'm like, you just had a fantastic hot broad in there. She had like muscle definition. She looked like a perfect 10. I'm telling you, she was gorgeous. And they cast some garbage, flat ass.
Oh no!
Oh, sorry.
That's why we have the parody,
Yeah.
which is 20 times better. They actually get Monica Rambeau correct.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And that, the only reason that movie did $1 billion, and I hear people like, well, Ant-Man and the Wasp didn't do $1 billion, and it was between Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah, but they ended Infinity War. They killed half the people off and then ended the movie with her logo flashing. Of course that movie's going to do well.
Mm-hmm.
They thought they were going to get some kind of hint towards Endgame or something in there. And
God, and, well, her movie, like, the thing that bothered me the most about it wasn't so much that she was such a terrible actress in it. It was the fact that, like, it was what the Critical Drinker said in his synopsis of, like, why modern movies suck, is they're teaching the wrong morals, like, lessons. Like, they're celebrating villainy. Like, when she gets her clothes and her bike from a guy that tells her to smile, she mugs him, and this is your hero. Like, what? That's the wrong message to send.
Yeah. Definitely agree with that. So, and then, I hate to say it, but okay, Tony Stark definitely had some flair to him, but yeah, at the end of the day, it was about him maybe overcoming his own temptations or his own personality flaws and doing for the greater good for everyone else, carrying a nuke into outer space or whatever it may be. Yeah. And Captain America always had a good head on his shoulders. He struggled with his own thing, but he did the right thing. He wasn't unless there was inadvertently bad person, he wouldn't just like take the motorcycle from it,
Yeah.
Like if someone told him to smile, he wouldn't
beat him up and steal their shit.
Yeah. And that was a reshoot too, because that was the thing online. Like people were, when they saw the trailer, they're like, she never smiles. And I think what people meant by that more is she just doesn't emote at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, she didn't emote. The only time she emotes is when she's like in the thing and yeah, that's like the only time she has any type of freaking emotion.
She prepared for that in the mirror. Yeah, she sat there for a little while. I'm looking for the GIF because I just hear. She did that like 20 times into the mirror before she went out there onto the set.
Yeah. Holy crap! Oh,
then she got it shot and was like.
I found something, but this is a headshot of her. I don't know why. Maybe was it Age of Ultron? Maybe, but there's a headshot of this chick anyway. If you want to see what Captain Marvel was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I guess it was Age of Ultron then. It was the end of that movie. This chick right here.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
What the?
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Not this thing.
What the hell?
Right. Chris is like, I'm gonna start a petition.
Yeah. We're gonna have a moveon.org. Like, get the hot Captain Marvel.
Yeah, they're unbelievable, man.
Kind of looks like a Gina Carano in a wig.
No,
she looks familiar.
This blonde was way hotter.
I want to know what Brie did to Kevin Feige, because holy shit, he was excited about her bringing her out on the Comic-Con stage, just smiling from ear to ear, betting the fucking entire house on that chick.
Play that GIF again after the. Draven got it.
Yep.
Humana.
Oh yeah, I do remember this.
What the hell?
Deleted scene.
It would show her at the end with War Machine and Scarlet Witch, like the new Avengers team.
Dude, this is night and day right here.
Yeah, it is.
We have an actual hot woman, and then we got this thing.
Yeah.
Poor Brie.
There ain't no fluff here.
No, there's not, Brie. None at all.
Oh man.
Yeah, when you're standing is way hotter.
Yeah. How does that work? You get
Actually,
upstage while you're standing.
The actual character too.
Yeah. I mean, look at the comic version of her right there to the left.
Yeah.
And it's like that's literally this. Like, damn.
Yeah, I thought there was.
How could you miscast something that badly?
Yeah, there was
just recast her as that chick.
Yeah, I get
what she's doing now and recast her. They did it with fucking Terrence Howard and
oh yeah,
and Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do it.
The Echidna P-hole.
It can happen, Feige or whatever the hell his name is.
Honest question here, because one emotes and one doesn't. Who do you think would make the better Captain Marvel? Brie Larson or Grace Randolph?
No.
Oh my God.
No,
but
thank you.
I'm going with Grace. At least she does something.
Grace, yeah.
That's a lose-lose situation. Just rehire this chick.
Yeah, she gets punched by Thanos and then sits up and goes, "Well, shit."
That's what I mean. You'd have memes with Grace Randolph, Captain Marvel. You get something out of it. With fucking Brie Larson, she's just the same expression and everything. There is no meme.
Well, again, it's those stupid eyebrows of hers, those beady little eyes, and then she got like this straw hair as well.
It's greasy. Her hair is greasy.
Yeah, and she got like those potato chip lips. Then you look over here, and then you get, right?
Yeah,
and
she
you get
has like a defined jaw and everything. It's like super heroic. Like,
yeah.
Brie doesn't have any of that.
I think Endgame like is the perfect analogy because it's like you have all the rest of the MCU, the real heroes on the ground putting in the work, and then you have her in the airplane make believe flying through fucking ships and shit. Like,
when they could have just had Scarlet Witch destroy the ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, not that, but like, imagine being this actress here, the stand-in, and being told you're not good enough and getting replaced by that.
Well, wasn't that?
It's like F Hollywood. I'm out.
Well, this one was literally a no name. She was nobody. The other one, they gave an Oscar to this shit rag right there. You know. But again, this is why these studios are wrong. They put all this money into the wrong actors and actresses.
Like a no name is a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. And we don't care about Oscars. When they announced Angelina Jolie for the Eternals, they said that so proud, and anyone who was into this shit was like,
I
mean,
if no names work.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Jolie would have been perfect for Skeletor. They did the He-Man movie. But
oh man!
But I don't know. She's like the reverse Skeletor. Her head's gigantic, and the rest of her body is like a skeleton.
She used to look good too.
I know.
She used to look good.
Remember her in Hackers there with that that twink. What is it? The
Matthew Lillard or whatever.
Hack the world.
I'm actually going to get to meet him this weekend.
You got to meet Matthew Lillard?
I'm going to.
Oh hell yeah!
And Nev Campbell.
Oh wow. Jolie. I think her first movie was Cyborg, the Van Damme movie. Remember that one? Had some deep cuts.
Seen that in forever.
She looked good in that.
Damn. Man, yeah, I saw
that. She was in that. I'll have to go back and watch that.
You said Nev Campbell? You're gonna meet?
Yeah, at Horror Hound this coming weekend. It's gonna be the cast of Scream. So Jamie Kennedy, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, and Nev Campbell.
Well, Nev Campbell was in the latest Scream, and damn, she still looks good.
Yeah, she does. I've had a crush on her since I was a kid from Party of Five. So
yeah, all the girls in Party of Five are hot.
Oh,
I like Jennifer Love Hewitt, but yeah, Nev Campbell has aged better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like Jennifer Love Hewitt. It's like, why the fuck don't you squint anymore? You just have normal eyes now. Like that was half the appeal.
Agreed.
Oh, correction. It was Cyborg 2. It's the sequel to the Van Damme movie.
Okay.
I think that's the one I've seen. I don't think I've seen the original.
Yeah, I haven't seen the original since I was young.
Yeah, this one was
Nano Reaper knows where it's at.
Yeah, that was in 93 apparently. Jack Palance was in it. Oh my god.
Oh man.
What a strange fucking cast. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, we're like totally derailed. We're all talking about how hot Nev Campbell is now.
Well, look, speaking of studios being out of touch and proudly announcing Angelina Jolie and Brie Larson and thinking that, their fan base actually cares about that kind of shit. Halo, the series. Now,
this is dead on arrival.
Yeah, I was going to say, they've poured some serious money into this. They have all kinds of scripts written, and I mean, they invested a lot into this show. I believe it's on Paramount Plus. Either way, it's on one of the fucking streaming services.
Someone's about to lose money.
Yeah, and people they've derailed so far from the games and what made the games work and intriguing and popular.
Teabagging.
Yeah.
Yes. Dip, potato chip.
Try it.
So I'm just saying, if you haven't seen Master Chief's face in the games, I don't believe they have. I didn't really get into those.
Nope, never.
Yeah. So, but you're not able to tell the translation to that without showing his face. Didn't fire that person and hire somebody else to write the fucking show, because they obviously don't get it.
Yeah.
Are they going to make Master Chief a woman?
No, but they're going to focus on a woman. They're backseating Master Chief for a diversity woman.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
I was gonna say it wouldn't surprise me if it was Halo the series, but they stole Metroid's plot points and just look what we created.
Yeah, Black Samus Aran.
It'll happen.
Yeah, it's dead on arrival. To me, it's like the Tyler Perry's Lord of the Rings. Like, I'm done. I have no interest. You've co-opted. No, you've hijacked these properties, and they're not the properties. They're just like they've ripped them off and become these like flesh masks, like Joker's face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's insulting. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and pay. I'm not even gonna hate watch this crap.
I'm not watching this shit. Just let all of it crumble and burn, and then like a phoenix that rises from the ashes, somebody else will pick it up that actually gives a shit about the property and make them.
Yep. Well, look at Dredd. You remember when Carl Urban was Dredd and he didn't take his mask off and everybody went, Carl Urban is Dredd?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a reason for that, because the man respected the character, the writers, everybody involved in that. They knew what that character was. This, they're like, we're going to take his helmet off to make it. No, you don't know what Master Chief is if that's what you're doing to this character.
He isn't John. He's the chief.
Yep.
Like, he stopped being John as soon as he went through the training or whatever.
Yeah, they got him all juiced up on that stuff, put him in the armor, and he's
he's got like super strength or some shit too.
He's like 7 feet tall.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never played the games.
Yeah, the Spartans were augmented humans that were designed to fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the chicks are tall too. So there's like, you know, everybody that they're like the best of the best. They're like the ultimate elites or whatever. They put in the Spartan project, and they're like 7 feet tall. Like, they are bigger than the average human by well over a foot.
Yeah, they basically pretty much abducted kids and put them through the Spartan project, and
shit.
That's all. That's all they knew.
So was the Biden administration involved?
Yes.
Yeah, the planet that Epstein ran. Like,
the main villain is Hunter. He's like,
if you've ever seen Forward Unto Dawn, the little like, I think it's a mini series. That I think was the best representation of Chief.
Yeah.
You know, like he's a stoic, you know, and he's like, you see it from like the Dr. Watson perspective instead of from the Sherlock Holmes perspective, which is the way it should be.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Breaks my heart.
My silver lining for all of this is I hope in a few decades people can look back, and like 2016 through 2026 was known as like the comedy era in Hollywood, and it was just so bad. I hope people get their wits about them again, and we can all sit back in 20 years and just laugh at the stupid shit they did, as we have actual creative types in there and people who are passionate about all these different projects actually giving us good entertainment, because what's happening right now, it's not sustainable.
Nope.
And it's not like, I still love the original trilogy of Star Wars, and I love the prequels, and there's nothing they can do to change that, even if they try to destroy these projects.
Yeah,
I just feel like
physical media.
Yeah, that something's going to have to change eventually, but that's my hope, and that's my silver lining in all this, is that we're going to be laughing at these motherfuckers in a few years.
Yeah, hopefully from our grass huts.
Nuclear bunkers.
While we're combing our new tails.
Our fallout shelters. Man.
While our Ukrainian masters lash us.
Yeah. But it's just it kind of reinforces why it's important to get physical media, is that, you know, the Ministry of Truth can't revise physical media like they've done to the streaming services. So if you really did like the original Star Wars, that's why people like made that painstaking effort to do the demakes. You know, if you could get your hands on a copy of that, either a, you know, digital format and then get it on disc or whatever, that way we won't have like these vandalism, you know, these revisions of things that this period, like you said, 2016 to 2026, like this is going to be a black hole in our entertainment.
Yeah.
This is the decade Korea came in and ate our lunch.
Yeah, and if it keeps up like this, there's going to be a time, like they talk about remaking the original trilogy.
Oh,
they're not going to need to do that. They're going to be able to take CGI and just go in and change the fucking movie as to how they see fit.
Deep fake it, yep.
And just sell it like that. Like, hey, it's Star Wars, you know?
Well, did you see what they did with the cartoon? They did this like anime version of Star Wars, and they made Luke a buffoon and Leia like this awesome badass.
Yeah.
It was insulting.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
When did they do that?
No.
It was on Disney Plus. It was like this weird like colorful. It was almost like the I'm Not Starfire art style, like almost like quasi anime. And they like Luke has like blonde hair and like it was so bad. They're like basically Leia rescues herself from the Death Star, and these two bumbling idiots needed her help to get out of the Death Star.
Wow. You know. Yep. The black hole in entertainment. We definitely are in right now. So, but again, it's not sustainable.
Nope.
I mean, eventually, it may take a while, but eventually these companies are going to run out of money unless they become government funded. And better people are going to step up. I mean, that's kind of what the music industry had been for a long time, was the independent label becoming the big guys and then eventually falling out of touch. And the smaller label comes along, kind of eats them up eventually and becomes the big label, and almost like a phoenix rising from the ashes situation. And I've always thought, you know, that's kind of how Hollywood works, but a lot slower, you know. And more than that, with the music industry, it's a bunch of independent labels that actually come, and as they work their way up and grow larger, one is buying one out and one is buying the other out until there's only so many labels left. And I'm hoping that's kind of what we're in the middle of now.
Fingers crossed.
But
I want it to pass.
Yeah. With technology, though, it's just kind of hard to tell because they can have a lock and an advantage in so many ways, being the bigger fish right now. But
the thing that gives me hope is that technology has made creation of various types of media a lot more accessible to the everyman. And we're seeing a rise in like independent creators, or even like low budget films and low budget media or whatever, that's kicking the crap out of the mainstream stuff.
You have companies like the Daily Wire that are starting to delve into entertainment and
Run, Hide, Fight.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that's what we're seeing. It just moves a little slower than the music industry. Because it's like about every 20, 30 years, the music industry kind of reinvents itself. So, yeah. But Halo just seems to be the next victim, you know, that and Lord of the Rings.
Oh, they murdered they murdered one of my favorite franchises. Too bad I don't have it up anymore.
Ever since Bungie, ever since Bungie gave 343 creative control, that it's been downhill as far as like the games go too. So it doesn't surprise me that the show is going the same way.
The games actually went hardcore woke. Like the later like cutscenes and stuff were not like unwatchable at points. I'm like, god, let's have the woman sit there and scold the man about how stupid he is. You know. So it didn't surprise me that the TV series was going to go woke, but to completely eschew it and go, or shoo it and go straight to like diverse woman shows Master Chief who's boss. I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
And then Cortana got all like nunned up.
Yeah. I remember there was a controversy about her.
Yeah. She like
the naked hologram.
She's this sexy little hologram. Yeah. It's what they chose. It's like what he chose. You know what I mean? It's like some people have little hula girl ornaments on their dashboards. Like that's his choice. That's what he wanted, you know?
And now what does she look like?
Oh, dude, so she went nuts and they got rid of her, and her replacement is in a fully like pants uniform. Like, and it looks
like
awful.
a UNS outfit, basically.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I'm going to see if I can find a comparison. Show everyone.
And she's so frumpy looking too. It's like, looks like Velma from Scooby-Doo.
That's it. You gotta take all sex appeal away. That's what they do.
Yeah. You know, it's like this is the guy's only company out in the depths of space. You know what I mean? Like he could have had whatever he wanted. You know, he chose like this. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, no, that's the TV show one. In the game though, in Halo Infinite, see there she is. Like right there, right where your cursor. Yeah, like they put her in this uniform and stuff, and it's like, come on.
Yeah, because your tits look too nice in the other one, apparently.
Yeah. It's male gaze.
Because he's deep in space somewhere and he can't get any, and he's like, yeah, he'll pop up his chick here, his Cortana, finish the deed, and now I was like, oh, she got a pantsuit on. Nope, can't even get it up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like my one thing, you took it away from me.
My one thing. Oh shit.
I'm just saying, like Lando, like this would make sense why you would want to bang your ship if it was projecting some hot hologram, but not some.
She didn't look like a toaster at all.
Yeah. So perhaps I treated Lando too hard.
She goes crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Still hot.
Does she mess with his suit or something, or like when she goes crazy, like what's the damage that she does?
Oh, well, she's a transient AI, so she's in this little disc that he can put into the back of his suit, and that she becomes like his custodian or like heads up display and all that stuff. But he can pull that out and put it into other things, and that's when she can start wreaking havoc on like bases, security systems, or like jump into the internet or whatever, and that's basically what happens. She disappears.
She looks sad, like Jennifer Lawrence always looks fucking sad.
That looks like when she let out a fart and she's like, I hope nobody. Oh god, everybody smells it.
Well, then maybe she slept with Harvey Weinstein as well to get a career.
Yeah, the fat.
Wouldn't that make you sad all the time?
She looks like the clown from the Reno Circus.
Somebody needs to deep fake that. Oh, Master Chief! Let's go get him, Chief. John, are you there?
So, with that, everyone, I think we should go ahead and go around, plug our channels, and call it a night. Etep will be back over here Wednesday, so thank you, everyone in the chat, for joining us tonight for Thursday Going in Raw Thursday is what we'll call it. And Chris, what's up, man? What's going on in the realm of Infinitel Chronicles?
Sweet. In Infinitel Chronicles, book 1 is still in demand. We've got a few full page ads coming out in the Alterna Winter bundle. If you pick that up, you'll see it on a couple of the backs of some of the books. In addition to that, we're starting up production for book 2 now. And hopefully by either the end of this month or into next month, sometime in April, we're going to start a mailing list campaign. And people who sign up for that will have access to a special perk with a jumbo holofoil card that will only be available to those that have joined the mailing list. You can check us out on Twitter at Infinitel Comic, right after my name there in the bottom left. And I'm also, we have the most up-to-date information, all the news and everything. My blog's there for InfinitelChronicles.com. So check it out. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Thank you for joining us tonight. It was a blast.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. What's up, Draven?
Hey, not much. You can find me on Twitter and over here on YouTube. I've been playing Elden Ring a lot lately, and getting my ass kicked over there and playing that. Even though I'm getting my ass kicked in it, I'm really enjoying it. It's very hard, but once you finish the bosses and stuff, it kind of gives you a sense of satisfaction. But yeah, come over there and check me out playing that, and watch me suffer.
Is it as hard as they say? Like, I hear like you'll die like 20 times on the first boss before you.
Yeah, so like this is only my second Souls game, so like certain bosses are like really hard, but then I'll be playing and I'll fight other bosses and I'll just one shot them like no problem. So like, yeah. So
can you change the difficulty setting or no?
No.
Okay.
So they added summons to this one, which is apparently like not easy mode, but like to help you. So that's sort of like a little bit of a difficulty because I know there's some people that don't even use them, and they're able to beat these bosses. And I have no idea how they're doing that, but yeah.
How's the open world like? Like, how's the world itself, in your opinion?
I think it's good. There's a lot of stuff to explore, and they don't hold your hand like quests and stuff. There's no quest tracking. You got to remember all that stuff or take notes, like old school stuff. Like you had to remember it. But it feels good. It feels big. Lots of nooks and crannies and stuff, and very epic. Yeah, and the story is there, but it's not like at the forefront, so you gotta like explore and find it yourself.
Yeah.
So
that's
sort of
awesome.
Like Breath of the Wild, I guess. Breath of the Wild was kind of like that.
Yeah,
I love that game.
Same, and that's my favorite type of game. Is just drop me in the middle of a sandbox, make it a mystery, allow me to go find out what's going on my own. I don't need my handheld. Just find creative ways to show me the physics of the game and how it's played, but not just blatant, pop-ups. Hey, hit this, do that, make me think about it.
There is a tutorial cave like in the very beginning of the game, but the game, like, people know Souls games, so like there's a message by the developers on the floor that says go into it. Basically, this is the cave, that's the tutorial, but it doesn't say that it's the tutorial. But people are so jaded with all the troll messages in the game that they didn't think it was a legit thing. They thought it was just a troll. So people like literally missed the tutorial in the beginning of the game.
Wow, that's awesome.
So if you go down into the cave, it shows you how to play the game and what you need, like different abilities and stuff that you can do. But right now, as far as like exploring things, like the story isn't like I said, it's not laid out in front of you. You have to explore and figure it out. Except like certain key points at bosses. But there's this round table area that you can teleport at points of graces. And I found that in the normal world without teleporting to it. But nothing is like it is in when you teleport to it. So it's like, is this all that world, or is it something else? Like, but there's nothing that tells me like what is actually happening.
I need to get that game eventually.
And they say it's that you're in the world between worlds. So my active theory right now is that it's another parallel world, because I guess there was this war called the Shattering, and that's when the Elden Ring was broken into a bunch of pieces, and that's what started all this and why you can't die. But yeah,
Doctor Strange is going to appear. I knew it.
Basically, I feel like there's like a whole multiverse, because there's like you can summon other players into your world and you can go to their world too. So it like makes sense. And then one of the main characters that's like trying to get your help, she only shows up to you in points of grace, and she sort of like teleports in. So it like kind of, I don't know. That's just a theory. I don't know, because I haven't found that out yet. But yeah,
it's awesome, dude.
Hey, sorry.
No, feel free.
Just a quick Glinzer with a super chat.
Yes, we did get a super chat from Glinzer. Etep, no more super chatting. Enjoy your vacation. Dude, who wouldn't enjoy sitting in the kiddie pool getting your leg hair turned blonde?
Come on, man.
And also, hail Mr. Grant Gregory. How are you doing, bro? Etep will be back with you on Wednesday. He's out doing big things in Michigan's biggest water park. So yeah, he will. Right now, it's just it's us. We're the no offense to everyone. This is more of a slight on me. We're the B team.
But we're We're actually the A team because we pity the fool.
Yes. And
who are you people?
Vinny, what have you got going on, brother?
I'm working on Shadow of the Kraken. I literally have just 3 pages left. And then I'll be doing the lettering on that. So looks like about the middle to the end of April, this book should be completed. And I put my order in for my acrylic standees. I got to do an update on the campaign pretty soon as well, because I need to do a cutoff for the ultimate bundle tier, because I got to order those the beanies from that tier. So, guys, check out my projects. If you want a book for me that ships immediately, Through the Woods, City of Venus, 2 art books, you get those right away. Shadow of the Kraken is going to be, we're almost there. So, it's going to be a good time, and I think you guys are going to really love this book. And then afterwards, I have City of Venus 2 I'll be working on. It'll be a much bigger book as well, and we're going to get into some really crazy stuff in that issue, because it's what I've been waiting to do, because, the first book is kind of introducing people to the world. There was still action in it, but book 2 is going to be much bigger, and the page count is going to be bigger as well. So check out my YouTube channel at Vinnieart, and I'm going to be putting up some more toy reviews soon. You can catch me hanging out with Tommy as well on Thursday, right after the probe, right after Red's stream, and we'll be talking toys, having a good time. And then Fridays and Sundays is when I have my stream. So thank you, everyone. This was awesome. Etep, I hope you're having a blast. I'm sure he's going to listen back, and he's gonna count up how many times he sent himself super chats. But, everybody, you guys rock. Thanks, man.
Definitely. And hail another monster. I just wanted to say hi. I kind of missed you earlier when I was reading articles. It's great to see you, man. And thank you, Vinny, for joining us, man. Always great insight.
Oh, yeah, man. Always a blast.
Definitely. And Mr. Red Gaze, what have you got going on, sir?
Hey, what's up? Well, I've been doing some morning streams lately, right around 10 o'clock Eastern time. So it's not scheduled, just kind of random. It's not every day, but I've been trying to do them more frequently. Just getting together with myself and the chat and shooting the shit. Just talking about some cool things, having some laughs, and keeping it chill. Other than that, make sure you subscribe, because those numbers just go up and down and up and down and up and down. It's YouTube. Sunsworn.com. Wings of Vengeance is also shipping immediately. So please check that out. And also stay tuned for Bonds 2, The Cursed Child, which is in the sign-up phase right now. So go sign up for that too. Other than that, hail the chat. Thank you guys, and have a very pleasant night.
Man, thank you for coming on tonight, man. I always look forward to streaming with you, bro.
No problem. Sorry I was late.
No.
I totally lost track of time.
Definitely been there.
Happy time for that.
All right. Maybe. Shut up.
So, again, Etep will be back Wednesday for Wednesday Night Live here at the Place to Be Reviews. We're going to be talking about some of the more relevant and bigger topics here in the world of pop culture. We'll bring you some holy shit news and play Do You Know Me, the world's hottest trivia game, newest trivia game, and that's always fun. You can catch me over at the Clown World Review tomorrow and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. It's the Monday Night War retrospective. We're just getting into NWO territory. We're going to be discussing the first 2 weeks after Bash at the Beach 1996, both emanating from the Disney MGM studios, which for me, wrestling shows are a little more special when they hold the outdoor events, especially when it's usually in the arena. And we're going to be outdoor for the next 2 weeks at least. They've got fireworks. It feels like just a big deal going on. So yeah, that's tomorrow night over on Raw. We are getting through the international, and I do mean getting through the international Incident in Your House pay-per-view, and we're going to start the road to SummerSlam 1996, which, for those who don't know, it's going to be Shawn Michaels defending the WWF Championship against Vader. So Hey, it starts to get better after WrestleMania 13, so we're getting close.
Getting there.
Yeah,
it gets better, man.
Yeah, like Nitro's already begun their 80-something week win streak. I mean, Raw's not going to beat Nitro for a long time, and if you're watching Nitro, you can see why. Entertaining stuff going on there. You've got Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero going to war all the time. You've got Sting. You've got the NWO. New surprises every week. They're live. Raw's been in Green Bay for the past fucking 6 weeks, all on the same night. Like, so they, they can't adjust. Over on WCW, you have like the NWO doing something insane or somebody doing something fucking insane, and then they can capitalize on it the next week. And Raw is just whatever they shot a few weeks ago. There is no reaction.
Nope.
Yeah.
The hair dryer.
Turning the WCW standees into NWO.
Yeah.
Yes. Fucking taking over the show, man. It's good time. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you everyone again for joining us tonight. It means a lot that the chat show up, you talk, you keep everything alive and keep the conversation going. And yeah, remember they're not pop culture, they are agenda. We are pop culture, and we will see you later.
I could do this all day. It's better to burn out than to fade away.